live. This is One for the Record. I'm Diana, and today is December 12th, 2012. It is 12/12/12, and here are your updates for today. I am going to show Pastor Paul Begley's, there's been another fish kill. I guess you would call it fish. A squid. 12 miles of dead squid. 1,200 dead squid, 12 miles, everything with 12. Alright. Also today, according to him, 7,700 couples decided to get married today on 12/12/12, approximately 12 o'clock in Las Vegas, Nevada. Also today, North Korea launches a long-range missile and puts a satellite and weather instruments up, and it was a long-range rocket, so South Korea, the United States, and Japan are not very happy about that, because they said the next step is they're going to try to put a nuclear thing on it, and it is so long-range now that it could hit somewhere around the west coast of the United States if they decided to go crazed and try to nuke the United States. So big uproar in that. Also, there's one other thing. Hugo Chavez has undergone cancer surgery in Cuba, and I guess it was successful so far. So there's those updates. That came off of Pastor Paul Begley's channel, Paul Begley. And moving on, let's go to the watchers watching the world. Tropical Cyclone Evan formed in South Pacific. Trouble for American Samoa and Fiji. Alert raised on level 2 for New Zealand's White Island volcano. Also, low-level pesticide exposure damages cognitive ability. So I've heard of stories in Florida where people say, oh, we used to play behind the trucks that would spray all the pesticides. No, don't let your kids do that now. DDT or whatever it was. They used to, it would go by with a big fog to kill the mosquitoes and stuff, and kids would play in that. Okay, also, it's not right. Also, Proba 1 images remote Concordia South Polar Base, one of the remotest places on Earth. I guess they have pictures on that. Alrighty then. Moving on. Mayan countdown calendar. I was afraid it might have been today, 12/12/12. Maybe it was flipped around, but I guess not. Okay, end of the world 2012. 8 days, 4 hours, 57 minutes, 40 seconds until December 21st, 2012, 11/11. Greenwich Mean Time. I guess they call it the end of the world. It's the end of the world as we know it. But, you know, something's going to change. Just remember, have a pen and paper ready. It's 8 minutes long, and if you live in the southern part of the United States and going down into Mexico and then South America, I think as far as Guatemala. Alrighty then. Now, let's see, moving on. And that was according to a Mayan. A nowadays Mayan. Catch that in my video. And someone said I did something to it was the full length of the video I found, so I don't know. Someone said something about it. Okay, let's see. Oh, here's something they put on here, but I don't believe I reported it last night. Heads up, 3-mile wide asteroid set to zip past Earth December 12th, 2012. And that was already supposedly between the 11th and the 12th, so it should have went by, and you could possibly see it with a telescope still till the end of the week. Okay, it says 3-mile asteroid Y set to zip past Earth December 12, 2012. Also, major fault line found running under nuclear reactor west of Tokyo. We know that one, so no other new news on that. Isn't it nice they didn't tell us like maybe a week ahead of time that there was a 3-mile wide asteroid Set the zip by. Okay. Alright, here we go. Maybe they did, but I didn't see it. Moving on. E&E News. Energy News. And remember, stay tuned for Paul Begley's more animal deaths. Other things. Let's see here. Japan. E&E News. Energy News. Asahi. TEPCO. Excuse me. TEPCO can't find where a huge amount of highly radioactive water is leaking at reactor number 2. Fractures in containment vessels suspected. I thought all this containment melted through. I don't understand this. Why they're even talking about this. And again, yesterday, Fukushima worker concrete reinforcement of spent fuel pool number 4 is terribly deteriorating. Now in a dangerous state, cooling systems stopped working. Men helicoptered in. Alright, so we don't know if they got that back up. I thought it was after so many hours, 90 minutes, or maybe it was after 90 minutes it starts to melt down, or something goes on. After 90 minutes, wasn't that what we were told, I think, a year ago? Okay, here we go. U.S. Canada, NBC, Japan tsunami debris may be impacting U.S. food supply. Mystery dozen miles of dead squid wash ashore in California. Researchers have no idea why. Maybe it's the debris and the plutonium that was dumped, the massive amounts of plutonium dumped in the ocean. What do you think? University study. Wind and solar can fully power the electric grid 99.9% of the time, the same cost we pay now. These results break the conventional wisdom, Professor. Alright. Yesterday, TV, gas pipeline inferno levels homes in West Virginia. Burned so hot it actually melted a highway, possibly secondary explosion. Alrighty then. That's it. I'm going to attach some videos. Found a very interesting thing. It says Real Stargate on it, so I'm going to play that one for you. Please check out my Real Stargate. I can't figure out how to put it with my main featured films, even though I uploaded it a while ago. This has over 250,000 people looking at that. And since it was done almost, I don't know, 10 years ago or something, maybe it's up to date now with what I was trying to tell people. Alright, check out the Real Stargate. I actually found a picture on the Internet Archives. And there was a lot more pictures of it, too. Alright, take care, and always be prepared for anything. Be prepared. Get your water ready. Get everything ready. Alright, take care, and I'll see you again tomorrow on the flip side, and I'll give you a whole list to write down, just in case those who don't know what to do. Alright, take care. Breaking news, dead squid on Pastor Paul Begley's channel.
Are you serious? 12 miles of dead squid on 12, 12, 12. You got 12 miles of dead squid, 1,200 dead squid? What? This is what's going on. And let me get you a report on this right now. I'm telling you, this is shocking information. But then again, is it? It's the Hosea prophecy that was guaranteed, prophesied in the Bible 3,000 years ago. I want to play this. I mean, listen to this. I've got a CNN. I've got a 2-minute segment from CNN, from some scientists trying to understand, trying to explain why the squid have washed up on the shore and died. Scientists are investigating why at least several hundred, and it's 1,200, dead squid suddenly washed ashore along the Santa Cruz County coast Sunday afternoon. Witnesses said that the squid stranded themselves during high tide. Carcasses were found along a 12-mile stretch. Are you serious? 12, 12, 12, 12 miles, 1,200 dead squid. Let me just play this for you, okay? And let's see if we can understand. Again, always realize that every time there's these fish kills, 2 million dead fish, Chesapeake Bay, 7 million fish, Redondo Beach, California, 10,400 dead deer, Michigan, 40 tons of dead herring in Norway, 128 dead bison in Canada, 5,000 dead blackbirds falling out of the sky in BB, Arkansas. No matter what goes on, scientists try to come up with an answer. They even said the reason that 2,000 fish died in a lake in Germany was because too many people were urinating in the lake. Are you serious? They said that could have been. It's always could have been, might be, it could be. Let's listen to what this report is, as CNN's reporting, as these scientists try to explain to CNN what it is that happened. And here we go.
The beaches of Santa Cruz County are littered with the carcasses of thousands of Humboldt squid. They've stranded themselves from Aptos to Watsonville, a span of 12 miles.
You just see them essentially killing themselves, and it's just really weird to see it.
It happened yesterday during high tide. Some people actually tried to put them back in the water, but researcher Hannah Rosen says the deep water creatures swam right back to shore.
They don't see the shore very often, so it might just be that they don't understand what's going on around them, and they're just trying to get away and don't realize that if they swim towards the shore, they're going to run out of water eventually.
They're juveniles, both male and female, about 1.5 feet long, weighing roughly 3 pounds. They had full stomachs, having feasted on smaller market squid. A few had also cannibalized each other, which is normal. To be honest, researchers have no idea why this is happening, but
be honest.
It's because the squid have eaten toxic algae.
What?
It's possible that the squid are ingesting either these neurotoxins or they're getting it through their food, and that could be causing them to be disoriented and swim onto the beach.
Humboldt squid haven't been in the Monterey Bay for a few years. Scientists believe El Nino weather patterns may have drawn them to the cooler waters of Northern California. This is the third stranding in 6 weeks.
It's really an exploratory time for us, so we're learning more about what causes these strandings and whether or not we should be worried about them or if it's just a natural part of the squid cycle.
In Aptos, Kit Doe, CBS 5.
Natural, did you say a natural time of the squid cycle? Did they say a natural time of the squid cycle? The squid cycle? What? She said maybe because, see, these are deep, deep, deep water squid. Maybe they came up there and they saw the shore. They were eating and they saw the shore and they said, it's so beautiful. And they started swimming to shore. Or maybe they ate some toxic algae. But you just said they were full eating on other squid. Or maybe it's El Nino. No, it's Hosea prophecy. Now, it's in the Bible, okay, in Hosea chapter 4, verses 1, 2, and 3, it'll tell you the cause of all these dead birds, dead fish, and dead cows. Matter of fact, I wrote a book about it. It's a powerful revelation. You guys know, I did a video on it when this all first started happening. And Time Magazine wrote an article about me. CNN interviewed me. I was all over the world, different networks and papers said there's this preacher in Indiana that says this could be the sign of the apocalypse. Well, it is a sign of man's sin, and God's calling us to repent because the end of time is nearing. Remember, when Hosea prophesied this in chapter 4, verses 1, 2, and 3, it was a little over 3,000 years ago, and we haven't ever seen these events until recently. And I mean, it happens every day now. Dead birds, dead fish, dead cows, dead bison, dead buffalo, dead elephants, whales, pelicans, fish, birds. I mean, it just keeps happening. Here's what the Bible said. I'll read from my book. I'll read the first 3 verses from the Bible. In the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verses 1, 2, and 3, the scripture says, hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying, killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood. Therefore shall the land mourn, and every one that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field, with the fowls of heaven, yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. God prophesied in the word, in the book of Hosea, through the prophet Hosea, that these events that you're witnessing now are happening because of the sin that's going on in the world.